This is Douglas from Dynamic Computing, and this is episode 11 of 10 Minute Amiga Retro Cast. Now, this week's episode I was going to talk about something I don't talk about much, which is one of my other machines, my A1200, but I'm going to have to get to that next week. Now, most of you know that AmigaOS 3.1.4 was released a few weeks ago. It's really an amazing feat considering the 68K platform was discontinued a few decades ago. Many of you also know that Hyperion Entertainment, the current company holding some licenses to the Amiga OS, and the ones who released AmigaOS 3.1.4 are getting some nasty threats from a lawyer, possibly representing a company here in the States who also claims some Amiga OS rights. Now, personally, I suspect there's somewhere between a few thousand and maybe 10,000 committed Amiga users. Not a big pool of people, but we are a passionate and we are a loyal group of people. Many of us who went through the initial Commodore bankruptcy and subsequent destruction of our precious Amigas by companies such as Escom, Gateway, and Amiga Inc. really don't want to continue to watch a few companies pick over some bones of the Amiga's carcass. Settle down, work it out like gentlemen. Don't screw up the momentum that has been created by the Amiga community over the past few years. Trust me, it is not some wonderful marketing done by Hyperion or Cloanto or whoever that has reignited the Amiga community. It is the Amiga community itself. If you own some rights to the Amiga name, don't sue everyone who may look at you funny. Instead, make a product that we want to purchase. And guess what? We will purchase it from you. I promise, we will purchase it from you. Look at individual computers, gens at individual computers, some incredible products, Rapid Road, accelerators, C64 products, and they sell them. Look at Apollo and their Vampire series. It's incredible how much steam and momentum that the Vampire has built up, and they're selling thousands of them. Look at John Hertel, who makes the bare bones replacement boards for the A4000 and A1200. Just incredible, just beautiful. And people are buying every single one he creates because they want to buy the product. We will pay for it. Now, personally, I have not given Hyperion a dime ever until AmigaOS 3.1.4 came out. Why would I? I've never been interested in the expensive hardware that used to be required for AmigaOS 4.1. But when they started selling an update for my 68K Amiga, day one, they got my money. I've also done business with Cloanto. Now, WinUAE is free, of course, but being able to spend $30 and get a licensed set of ROMs and a licensed Amiga OS is absolutely worth it to me. Now, full disclosure, their silly front end for WinUAE is hot garbage, worthless. But my point is that if you have a product that we want, we will pay for it. But if you bicker and fight over the rotting carcass of the Amiga, we will walk away from you and continue to do what we have done for years. Rely on the support of the community to keep our beloved hobby going. How hard would it be for Hyperion to offer whoever is filing this lawsuit or threatening to file a lawsuit a nice option to get a good price on 3.1.4 ROMs and the OS so they can resell it? How difficult would it be for whoever is filing the legal complaint to realize that it will do nothing but harm the Amiga community? What do they expect? Do they really expect to make millions of dollars off the Amiga name? It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. But if everyone calms down and works things out, people could make a healthy living off the community. Now, things would be different if the parties involved had actually been working over the last 25 years to keep the Amiga relevant. Instead, it appears they've just coasted by, putting a minimal amount of work into their products and not pushing forward. Now, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the core of AmigaOS 4.x came out in the late 90s, and not a huge amount has changed since then. Now, my hat is off to Hyperion for finally doing something for the fans of the AmigaOS. I am nothing but thankful for the folks who worked for months and possibly years to put the new AmigaOS 3.1.4 together. Please don't let some bickering over this right or that right to ruin the momentum now. Just look at our community and how it has evolved over the past few months and years. Amiga.org is still going strong. English Amiga Board, Lemon Amiga, Amiga Love, Amy Bay, they have hundreds and hundreds of visitors every single day. Listen to Lorfarius on Amiga Rama. He's reviewing 25 and 30-year-old games and proving that they're relevant today. He's a fantastic podcast all about the Amiga. Watch the Amigos video series. Aaron and John put out what seems like hours of videos monthly. And don't forget about good old Maddie from Miss Mad Lemon. She does her reviews ranging from reviews, live gaming streams, interviews, and they're always interesting. Amiga Bill and Anthony have the East Coast of the USA covered with their really, really professional Guru Meditation series. If you haven't watched that, get on there, watch them. They're fun, they're fantastic, you learn a ton. Jan Beta covers the Amiga a lot. Retro Recipes with Perifractics, he's really, really funny to watch. His dogs are cool. And I know I'm missing many, many more dedicated Amiga podcasts and video series. So please put them down in the comments if I missed them. The community is alive, more alive than it has been in years, with brilliant hardware hackers, great game reviewers, tremendous software writers. I mean, look at Worthy. Worthy just came out a couple months ago. I still play it to this day. It's a fantastic game. And then there's guys like me and the other YouTubers and podcasters who we want to get the word out to everybody. Amiga Kit is still going strong, and I understand there's a new UK retro store opening up. And for heaven's sakes, the United States even has Amiga on the Lake selling software and hardware here in the United States again. That's a trip. So Hyperion and Cloanto and whoever else is stirring the pot with the current situation, just stop. Look at what you're doing. Think about the harm you are doing by being jerks, 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 and think about what good you could do by coming together with the rest of the Amiga community. Think about it. Okay? My rant is over, so this is Douglas from Dynamic Computing, signing out.